Hey everyone, I want to do a nice little video today on what I'm calling body transformation magic, and it's something that really my whole life I think the universe has been trying to teach me, and I'm just now getting it to the point where I'm more clear about what it is actually. And so in a nutshell, body transformation magic is the ability that each one of us has to mold the body into what we want it to be based on our intentions. And so whether this is healing the body, transforming ourselves, beautifying, or some other goal, some other physical goal, we have that ability. We are actually limitless. So it's very magical, and there are 3 things that I'm learning that are kind of like the steps to making this happen. So it's not just, we're not at the stage yet in humanity, but we're getting there, where we could just snap our fingers and poof, everything be different. So there's a process still, you know, to follow the channels that have already been created. And so the first step is, and this is something that I learned from one of my mentors, is to be in complete and 100% approval of whatever it is that is bothering us, whatever it is that you want to change. Whether it's, like for me, I want to gain more weight, I want to be more curvy, and so I need to be in approval of the way I am right now first, just the way you are, right? So that's the first step, because what happens is whenever there's like a disapproval or a resistance to what you are and to who you are, you're basically like locking up all of that energy. You're locking it up. It's stuck. And when energy is stuck, it can't create, it can't change. So the first step is to be in complete approval of yourself, exactly the way you are. All of these things that you want to change. Just sit with yourself and ask yourself, what would happen if I was in approval of this thing? And then work to get there. So then from that place, number 2, the second step, whenever you're in that place where you are in approval of yourself, you're in a place of self-love. And if you're coming from the place of self-love, you can do as you will. You can do as you wish. You can set your intention to what you want to be, to who you want to be. It has to come from that place of self-love, though, in order to be a lasting change. So that's the second step. Do as you will. Come from a place of self-love. And you'll see what will happen is, what I like to do with this stuff is sort of like set my intentions on paper, make them more concrete, and you'll start to see information coming in and connections from the universe coming in, books to read, people to talk to, you know, etc. Steps to take. And then finally, the last step in this process is to look around you and see the beauty in others. See both what you want in others and both yourself in others, and then let people know. Like, share that abundance. Like, you could take in, you know, you can take in and receive others' beauty or others' vibrance or whatever it is, and then also you're giving out, because you're letting people know, like, wow, your hair is really beautiful, or wow, you're so delightful, you light up the room. And so you're sharing that love and you're sharing that energy. And then also in this step is just sort of like completely letting go. And completely letting go. And at this step, you're loving yourself, you're in approval of yourself, and you're already seeing the abundance and the beauty and the health and all of these good things that you want. You're seeing it in the world already. And so these are the 3 steps of what I've kind of come to understand so far. I'm really excited about kind of bringing in more on this topic. It's a fascinating topic of transformation and how we can change our physical bodies and work between the worlds of spirit and matter. And so I hope that you've enjoyed this, and definitely feel free to comment and ask questions and share your perspective on this. I do want to give one really quick example before the end of this video here. I wanted to gain weight, like I said, and so before I did any of the preliminary kind of approval work, I just started eating a bunch of food. And I did that for like a month, and I was gaining weight, but what ended up happening is I got really sick, and I just got like nauseous every time I was eating, and ended up, having like an adrenal crash, and I was tired, and so I lost the weight in like 3 days. My point is that if you're only trying to approach something from a physical level, probably at some point you might meet some resistance. And so the inner work is just as important as the outer work. And when the inner work is done, the outer work really only has to be like 20%. And so that's the nutshell of the body transformation magic idea that I'm working with here. And have a great day, and peace and blessings. Be sure to share what you think.